Hello students, welcome back to the social class. Today I am going to explain you the chapter 4 in civics understanding laws. Now in this chapter we are going to deal with what are laws, do laws apply to all, how do new laws come about, unpopular and controversial laws, what should we as citizens do under such circumstances. Now coming to the first topic, what are laws? Laws are a set of rules which a particular country or community recognizes as regulating the actions of its members and which it may enforce by the imposition of penalties. In simple words, we can say that laws are nothing but a set of rules which are laid by a country or a state. Now, do laws apply for all? The second topic, do laws apply to all? Yes, laws apply for everyone. There is no caste, creed, religion restriction for the rule of for the law. As our constitution has given us rule of law. What does rule of law mean? Rule of law means everyone is equal in front of law, control are as per the law, or governing as per the law. Now let us read about this rule of law in a brief description. As the as there should be no arbitrary exercise of power in independent India. Therefore, the members of Constituent Assembly instituted several provisions in the Constitution that would establish the rule of law. All persons in independent India are equal before the law. All laws apply equally to all citizens of the country and no one can be above the law. That means the law cannot discriminate between persons on the basis of their religion, caste or gender. If he or she is a rich, poor, minister, president, but he or she is equal before the law. Any crime or violation of law has a specific punishment. In ancient India, there were innumerable and overlapping laws which did not apply to equally to all. The punishment for the same crime varied depending upon their caste background, with lower caste being more harshly penalized or punished. Members of Constituent Assembly were agreed there should be no arbitrary exercise of power in independent India. To establish a law, they instituted several provisions in the Constitution. The it was said by the historians that the British colonials have introduced the rule of law in India. But it was disputed, the claim was disputed by saying that the colonial law was arbitrary. And the Indian nationalists played a prominent role in the development of legal sphere. The British Law of Sedition Act of 1870 set a perfect example of the arbitrariness. Under this act, a person protesting or criticizing the British government could be arrested without due trial. Indian nationalists forced Britishers to include equality and ideas of justice into set of rules. Like this, today also every year new laws are passed. When the Sedition Act was introduced, Indian nationalists began protesting and criticizing the arbitrary use of authority by the British. They began fighting for greater equality and wanted to change the idea of law from set of rules that they forced to obey to law as including ideas of justice. By the end of 19th century, the Indian legal profession began emerging and demanded respect in colonial courts by using laws to defend the equal rights among the people. Indian judges played a greater role in decision making. With the adoption of the constitution, laws for the country began to be made by the representatives. Every year, representatives pass new laws as well as revise the existing laws. Now, let us know that we are saying that every year representatives pass new laws as well as revise the existing laws. Now, how do new laws come about? When problems are faced by the people, they raise the need for a particular law through media like channels, newspapers. The citizens play a crucial role in coming of a new law. Now, what is the procedure of coming of a new law? When people feel there is a need of law, they go to an organization. Then several organizations discuss on the complaint and then prepare a draft of laws. The draft is then sent to the minister. He introduces the law in the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha. Except the money bills, other bills can be introduced either in the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha. Then voting of several ministers of Lok Sabha takes place. Here there will be first reading, second reading, and third reading. If the members of the parliament, if the draft is first introduced, the bill is first introduced in the Lok Sabha, any of the house like Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Then here the members have to agree upon that. They have to give their opinion. Once, if the members of the Lok Sabha agree upon that, then it is passed. If the half of the members agree and if half of the members does not agree, then it goes for the voting. Once the voting is done, it is the majority wins, and now the bill is sent to the other house, that is to the Rajya Sabha. Now, there also the same. It is read for the first reading, second reading, and third reading. Then there also the members have to agree upon that. If the members agree, well and good. Otherwise, there also the voting will be done. Then, if the majority of the people, the majority gets that the bill can be accepted, then it goes for the. It is accepted by the two houses. That is, it is accepted by the committee. Now, after it is accepted by the both houses of the parliament, then it goes for the approval of the president. If the president approves, well, if the president wanted any changes in that, then again the parliament has the Lok Sabha has to the house which has introduced the bill has to do the changes. So this is the whole procedure of the law. Certain a few examples of the laws are Hindu Succession Amendment Act. According to this law, sons, daughters, and their mothers can get an equal share of the family property. Now, let us learn about the two types of laws: unpopular and controversial laws. Now, what are unpopular and controversial laws? Sometimes the parliament passes new laws that turns out to be very popular. Sometimes a law can be constitutionally valid and legal, but it can continue to be unpopular and unacceptable to people because they feel that the intention behind it is unfair and harmful. People might criticize this law, hold public meetings, write about it in newspaper report to TV news channels. In a democracy, citizens can express their unwillingness to accept repressive laws framed by the parliament. When a large number of people begin to feel that a wrong law has been passed, then there is a pressure on the parliament to change it. If the law is if the law favors one group and regards the other, it will be controversial and lead to conflict. Some of these laws may be unacceptable to people because they could feel law as unfair and harmful. So they may criticize this law, and when a large number of people criticize this law, it changes. People who think that the law is not fair can approach the court to decide. The court has the power to modify or cancel the laws if it finds that they don't adhere to the constitution. In India, the role of citizens does not end with electing representatives. They also analyze the work done by MPs and criticize their actions if needed. Therefore, it is stated that people in a democratic country have the right to protest against the unjust laws. So, children, in this lesson, we have learnt about the laws. How do laws apply to all? What is the role of the citizens in a country? Not only the citizens have the right to accept the fundamental rights, but also to check the MP's work and to also raise their voice against the laws which are made by the parliament, which they think that they are not suitable for them. So every person, every citizen in India have right to know about their laws, about their rights. And how do this now? Whenever we are saying that when we are not happy with the law, we can go to the court. Now, how can we go to the court? What are the different courts at different places, like different the courts are also divided into different sections based on the as our government is divided into different sections. It is also the courts are also divided into different sectors. Okay, so based on now, in the next lesson we will learn about the different courts. Thank you, children. See you back in the next session.